What's up guys, this is Breakline Fishing. Today I'm going to be doing a little bit of a discussion video talking about the advantages of fishing kayaks. Anyway, let's get into the video. So first up on the list of advantages for fishing kayaks is the cost. So basically, fishing kayaks are going to run you anywhere between maybe $800 to up to probably $2,500. And although that may seem like a lot for a kayak, you gotta keep in mind that full grade bass boats and a new Ranger is going to cost anywhere from like $30,000 to $40,000. That's a nice one. Aluminum bodies are still going to run around like $20,000-$25,000, and even John boats are going to go upwards to like $7,000 depending on the motor quality. So kayaks are really the cheapest option out there for bass fishing. My kayak cost me around like $1,100, I want to say. And there are plenty of good kayaks out there for under $1,000. Ocean Kayaks, that's a great brand that has a line of kayaks that run under $1,000 for sure, and fuel-free. I want to say fuel-free kayaks. Can't remember, but there are brands like those that high-quality fishing kayaks, and they run for under $1,000. Bass Pro Shop's name brand is Sin. They make some good fishing kayaks under $1,000. And then, as you work up to that nicer or the, higher cost kayaks, line of kayaks like Jackson's or Hobie's, Native Watercraft, what are some of those? I don't know. But, stuff like those, so you are getting, a good bang for your buck as far as cost is concerned. And kayaks are financially a very good choice. So next up on the list of advantages is longevity. So basically a kayak is going to last a very long time. Kayaks don't have any motorized components to it or mechanized components to them, and so they're not going to become obsolete in near the time that a bass boat or a John boat or basically any fishing boat with any type of motor on it is going to become obsolete very fast, just because technology is always improving, always advancing. Same thing with cars, their value is going to go down a lot very fast. And then with a kayak, you can, as long as you take good care of it, you can, fish from it effectively. So, I've had a canoe for like 20 plus years, our family has, and you can't really tell the difference between our canoe and a new canoe, just because as long as you take care of it, it's going to last a very long time, because there's no component to it that's going to become obsolete because there's no motorized component to kayaks. So longevity, a great advantage for fishing kayaks, and a good reason to invest in a fishing kayak. So next up is what I'm calling accessibility or versatility on the water. Now, in a fishing kayak, whether you're on a large body of water or a small body of water, a fishing kayak is going to be able to get places where John boats and bass boats can't, because a fishing kayak does not have anything hanging under the water other than maybe a transducer. But you don't have to worry about propellers, anything like that. Basically, as long as the whole of the kayak can get in that water, then the kayak is good. So basically any depth will work for a fishing kayak, which is a really good advantage compared to bass boats, which you got to worry about getting into shallow water. You got to worry about getting stuck. Getting stuck on bass boats are not fun, trust me, I've been there. But kayaks, you do not have to worry about that, which is really cool. And then going off of that, and as far as versatility, a kayak, you can basically put it in any body of water you want to. You don't have to be limited to a launching ramp, anywhere to back your trailer into the water. Kayak, you do not have to worry about that. You can fish big ponds, small ponds, as long as you can get your truck or your vehicle near the water and then launch your kayak yourself, you're good. So again, with versatility, kayaks, you can fish pretty much anywhere. Big reason why I got one, if you watch any of my videos, I fish small ponds with my kayak a lot, which are otherwise inaccessible to any type of boat. Yeah, versatility, big advantage. You can fish a kayak a lot of places where you can't fish a John boat or a traditional bass boat. Very cool, unique aspect of a fishing kayak. Moving on to the next topic on the list. Next up, one of my favorites is that fishing kayaks are highly customizable. If you've ever looked into some of the aftermarket stuff going on with kayaks, there are a bunch of name brands such as Yak Attack, one of my favorites. Yak Attack makes a bunch of accessories for kayaks. This is actually a what do you call them? A rail mount gear track that Yak Attack makes, and you can basically add a wide variety of accessories from like fishing rod mounts, holders, cup holders. Really, the sky's the limit with customizing, on gear tracks and the gear track system, and just in general, fishing kayak is a very highly customizable thing, because you are fishing on a very small vessel, a very small boat when you're fishing from a fishing kayak, so you got to get really creative on how you want to store all your gear, and that can be very fun, and you can really make your kayak very unique and stand out from the crowd. So again, with the kayak, a lot of aftermarket upgrades available. If you watch my full review on the Q212, my kayak, I have a lot of aftermarket stuff that I've added onto it. The whole thing with milk crates and using those to store a bunch of do-it-yourself type of things out there. Just really cool to customize your kayak. I'll say that there's much more customizing options on a kayak than there is for John boats or any other type of fishing platform, and there is a large aftermarket out there for kayak customization. So recommend that if you do get a fishing kayak, you should check out some of the aftermarket stuff, because it's pretty cool, and you can again make your kayak stand out from the crowd. Alright, so kind of going off of this unique aspect of fishing kayaks and customizing them from the get-go, if you want to look into investing in a fishing kayak, you have a wide range of options out there. So this is what I'm calling diverse buying options. So basically, there are a multitude of fishing kayak companies and manufacturers, and their lineups from kayaks vary greatly in between themselves and with other companies. So basically, a native watercraft kayak has a lot of features and a lot of advantages, disadvantages than maybe a Jackson kayak. So yeah, when you're looking to buy a kayak, make sure to do thorough research, because there are a lot of companies out there, and their kayaks vary greatly in between themselves. And there are kayaks for larger fishermen and fishermen that want a stable fishing platform, such as like a Hobie or maybe like a Jackson Big Rig. And there are those more sleek, agile kayaks out there for anglers looking for more traditional kayak. And again, wide list of manufacturers and a wide list of options when it comes to buying a kayak. Not more so, I'll say, than a John boat or a traditional bass boat, because a bass boat, although there are a lot of options when buying a bass boat, you're still not getting the as great of a difference as you get between these kayaks, because some of them are radically different between the others. And with the John boat, of course, a John boat's kind of a John boat. There are some different aspects and unique things about certain John boats, but with the kayak, I'll tell you, I've done a lot of research on fishing kayaks when I was looking to buy one myself, and there are a lot of options from the get-go for buying kayaks. So anyway, diverse buying options, very cool thing about fishing kayaks. Move on to the last one. So the last one is a really big one of the deciding factors for me when purchasing a fishing kayak, and this is portability. So portability, with a fishing kayak, think about it, a kayak is so easy to transport than a traditional bass boat. You don't need a trailer, you don't have to worry about brake lights, anything like that, all of the annoying stuff, in launching and that big ordeal, and trolling motor, big motor, and all that. Basically with a kayak, all you have to do is put it in the back of your pickup truck, tie it up, and then when you get to the spot, you just untie it and you launch it yourself. You can either drag it down to the water, or you can get a kayak cart and to help you. So, kayaks don't take a lot they don't take a lot to move. You know, they're really lightweight, and I mean, they don't take as much of an effort to transport as bass boats and john boats. You know, you don't have to worry about trailers or anything like that. And then adding on to that, you know, a kayak, you can take it to, kind of like I was saying with, you know, versatility, you can take a kayak to a lot more places where you can't take a bass boat or a john boat for that very reason. You don't have to have, like I said before, a launch ramp, which is a big benefit to kayak fishing. And, you know, because you just, you don't have to worry about, you know, the portability aspect of a kayak near as much, especially if you are a solo angler and, you know, you don't want to have to deal with having to launch a, you know, full-blown bass boat or a john boat by yourself. You can easily launch a kayak by yourself. It's very easy to do. A lot of these videos on fishing by myself, and I have I have all of it covered, from, you know, launching the kayak to, you know, getting it back in my pickup. All are things I can do by myself, and all are very easy. So anyway, portability, a great, you know, feature when it comes to kayaks. That's one of the things that a lot of guys look for when purchasing a fishing kayak, is portability. And, you know, am I going to be able to load this up by myself? Because a lot of times, you know, portability is a main benefit, is a huge benefit when people are deciding if they want to purchase a kayak. So anyway, guys, that was my list. Let me know if there are any other advantages that you think apply to fishing kayaks. And I'm going to be doing a video soon about the disadvantages to fishing kayaks. And there are some. In the end, I will still recommend that you know, purchase a fishing kayak if you're looking to buy one. I really like fishing out of mine. Again, just with the, you know, customizing and the versatility and the portability and all that. I mean, I feel like you know, my kayak was a very good investment. So anyway, that was the video. Please like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.